Hello, and welcome to the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce cable TV show. My name is Donna Framke, and I'm delighted to be your host for the November edition of the Chamber Spotlight Cable Show. Please join me in welcoming our first guest, Ms. LaVerne Relford-Hall from the Fabulously Sweet Creations.
Yes.
Welcome, LaVerne. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your business.
Fabulously Sweet Creation is a chocolate business. We make everything is handcrafted. We do the gourmet popcorn, taffy apple, fudge, just a variety of things.
Nice. And I understand you're in Mokina, right?
Yes, I'm in Mokina.
But I think I saw you somewhere at one of a recent
Yes, I was,
festival or something?
I was at the, yes, you did.
Yes, so you must travel around then to other locations?
Yes, I do. Yes, we do different events around Illinois.
Okay. Okay, so how did you get into this business?
It's something that just happened. I guess I got it from my mother growing up because she loved to bake, and she made toffee and fudge, and growing up she would always want me to help her. But her recipes was just a pinch of that and a little bit of this. So I guess I really didn't do too much helping, but I guess it stayed with me though.
So did you have those recipes then?
Yes, I have a couple.
Follow, right?
Yes, no, I have a couple of them, and I had a pastry chef help me to work them out.
I got you.
Right.
Okay. So what are some of your tell me a little bit about some of your favorites.
Well, the chocolates, some of my favorites is doing the truffles. I love blending different flavors, just trying to be unique. Truffles, the caramels, I have a variety of caramel flavors. I just popcorn, I do different flavors of the popcorn. So yeah, I just love flavors.
And so it was your mother who inspired you.
Yes,
How do you keep yourself motivated in this field?
It's my passion now. It's just every day when I go to work, it's like I'm in my own little world.
Oh, how nice is that? That's wonderful. So tell me a little bit about your background.
My background, I'm a chocolatier now, and this is not what I originally was. I was a drafter. I did piping on nuclear power stations, so that's that's what I did.
That's a pretty big switch from that to becoming a chocolatier. Right.
Yes.
And I'm curious, what does that actually mean to be when somebody's a chocolatier? Is there some type of training, or how
there's training? There's really not a school you can go to, for a degree in chocolate or anything like that. It's just basically you're getting training from all different types of pastry shops, and just learning and learning and learning.
Huh. Kind of trial and error, see what works, right?
Yes, everything is.
Is there a crazy concoction that you've ever tried that you, thought, this is, because I know I was somewhere once and I saw chocolate covered bacon and I thought, that is the strangest concoction.
I haven't got into that yet.
Anything crazy that you have tried? It's turned out that you loved it?
Right. It's, I just did one. It's a new bonbon. It's the ganache. It's a white chocolate ganache. And I added pistachio and vanilla bean and just a hint of lemon zest to it. And I was like, and then it turned out it was very, very good.
Oh, that does sound good. Wow. Any others? How about popcorn? Have you ever tried any interesting?
Yes, I have one popcorn. It's called Kick and Cheese. It's spicy, where I just added a ton of different spices, hot spices together to create it. Right, I do. It's another one. It's Cincinnati chili. I don't know if you ever had Cincinnati chili, but it has more of a cinnamon taste to it, which is very good. So
really, well, that's interesting.
Right.
So, tell me, what's the distribution method for some of these things? Are you taking them just to festivals, or are you going?
No, I have my own shop.
You do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm located in Mokina.
Gotcha. Okay, and so do you have employees that work with you?
Yes, I have one. Well, it's a family-owned business.
Okay.
So my husband, he comes in and help me out when he gets off work. And my daughter, she does all the marketing. And I have another employee. Yeah, she works 4 days a week with me.
I gotcha. Okay. So who are your ideal customers or clients? I mean, I know a lot of people love chocolate.
Right. Just the ideal customer for me is anyone that breathes. Honestly, right. That's seriously.
Because most people love chocolate,
Right, most
or
people,
popcorn.
right, or something, right. If it's not chocolate, they want popcorn. So,
Yeah, it's funny how people seem to be either kind of the sweet or savory.
right,
Speaking
right,
of which, there are popcorns that you'll do that with, right? Have kind of the sweet savory mix.
right. Yeah, because there's one I do, and it's I call it lemon pound cake. You know, so yeah, it tastes like a pound cake, and you get the lemon along with it, and I make it with the white cheddar.
Wow, that sounds really good. Any other flavors you want to share that are popular?
Let me see. Barbecue is another big one, and it has just a little. It has a little kick to it and a little sweetness to it also. So
Nice.
it's just a matter of just fooling around with recipes.
Yeah, sure. Giving them a try,
Right,
testing them out on
right,
people, and
right.
you like this. So do you have any current promotions or anything coming up?
Yes, we do one about every week. You know, so we do trade shows and home shows. We do craft shows. So
What do you mean you do home shows?
home shows. It was a home show in last weekend.
So you mean other, like when somebody's hosting home shows?
Right,
You don't go in
right.
and demonstrate
No,
or
no,
whatever
no,
in
no,
other
no,
people's homes?
no. It's
Okay.
different production companies host these shows.
Okay. So what kind of goals do you have for your business? Any expansion plans or goals for the future that you have?
Yes, I would love to be as big as I can get, right? So I don't know, I love it. So yeah, I just want to grow and grow.
Yeah. Doing what kind of things you're going to do?
Just continue with the chocolates, you know, and we're getting ready to add the cookies to the shop in
you're
a
gonna do
couple
cookies
weeks.
too?
Yes. And then next year we'll bring back the pastries.
Okay. I didn't realize you had all that cookies and everything too.
Yes.
What kind of cookies do you make?
We're going to do the spritz cookies, the double chocolate chip, oatmeal, and different types of cookies. Yeah.
So do you have a large commercial kitchen, I presume?
yes,
And so
yes, I have a commercial kitchen and I have a shop.
Okay. Nice. Well, that sounds really delicious. So where can people get information about if they're interested in seeing you or trying this, or people want to work? Is there on the website? We can go through the Chamber of Commerce website?
Yes, you could. Yep, and all the information is right there.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, as we conclude, are there any concluding messages you'd like to?
No, I just want to say that the holidays is coming up, and I'm Fabulously Sweet Creation is there for all your holiday needs.
Excellent. All right. Well, as we said, any information that you're looking for can be found through the Tinley Park Chamber of Commerce website. So check there and get ready for some potential gifts for your friends and family members for the holidays. So thank you very much for joining us, LaVerne. It's been a pleasure. Please join me in welcoming our next guest, Mr. Chris Ehrman from Kerrys Heating and Air Conditioning. Welcome.
Thanks so much, Donna. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us. So tell me a little bit about Kerrys HVAC.
Very good. Well, Kerrys Heating and Air Conditioning handles commercial heating, air conditioning, and ventilation for commercial customers throughout the area. We've been doing that since 1992 and are proud to service this area and the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana area as well.
Gotcha. Fantastic. So what is a commercial? I mean, obviously you're just doing commercial properties and that type of thing. So who's your typical customer then?
We do all commercial customers, including businesses, schools. We do some country clubs, industrial parks, a lot of shopping malls and stores and malls and shopping centers as well. We also work for some facility management companies that handle a lot of their retail customers, and so we work for a lot of those larger customers, but we also are very focused on the local area and the various suburbs throughout the Chicago area as well. And that gives us the opportunity to build those relationships with our customers and to continue to provide those levels of service and expertise that we're known for.
Nice. So you are in Tinley Park?
Yes.
How long have you been out here in Tinley Park?
The company's been in Tinley Park since 1992, so a long time. Second location within the city.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. So what about you? What's your background? What have you tell me a little bit about your background.
Very good. Well, actually, I come from a different industry. I worked for
right?
many, many years in operations, finance, and administration for a large retail company.
Okay.
And a number of years ago, I met one of the owners of Kerrys, and we had a great conversation, and he was looking to make a change within the organization. And so I was very excited to transition into a new field, a new industry, and learn a new field. So it's been great, and the nice thing is, so many of the things that I learned and did over the years really translated very, very well into this business, and we've been able to build the business and continue to take those opportunities to see what we can do to make things better and more efficient, and also continue to grow revenue.
And you said you've been with them for how long?
A little over 2 years.
A little over 2 years. Very well. So you said the Tinley Park, this is the second location. They've been here since '92?
Yes.
And you've been with the chamber for a while then too, huh? How many employees do you have at the at your facility?
In the office, we've got a team of 4, and that team handles everything from reception, making quotes for our customers, dispatching, customer service, and all of the other administrative functions that we have within the organization. And then on top of that, we have all of our field technicians, and we have 8 guys out in the field, and we are a proud union shop.
Okay.
So all of our guys out in the field are members of either Chicago Pipe Fitters Local 597 or Sheet Metal Workers Local 265.
Okay, that's great. And now, you're commercial, so you said your typical customers are I know you mentioned like the country clubs and that type of thing. Do they have the same issues that we as like homeowners, for example, might have, where they've got these, middle of the night calls or these, emergent projects that happen?
Oh, absolutely. What you find at home is probably most of your maintenance is probably changing your filters. Hopefully you're doing that pretty frequently.
Every 3 months or something, I think,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. And then the other thing that's very, very important, especially for our commercial customers, is preventative maintenance. And we're right now coming into the winter season.
Right.
So temperatures are changing right now. We're in a bit of a flux. And so we are currently in the process of doing preventative maintenance for many of our customers. And so that means we go out, we check their systems, we test their heating, make sure that everything's ready to go as the temperatures start to drop. And if there are any repairs that need to be done, we quote those, get those taken care of before it gets to the point where, oh no, we've got no heating and it's 10 degrees and our customers are leaving and it's a disaster. And so that's a huge part of the business, and that's done 4 times a year, and the big times are in the fall for the winter season, and then in the spring for the summer season, because you've got to be ready. And I'm sure, Donna, you've been to stores before where in the heat of the summer and humidity, their AC is not working properly. And what do you do when you're in those stores? You try to get the heck out of there as quickly as you can.
Very true,
and,
very true.
And it negatively affects their revenue in the stores, and also negatively affects the employee morale. Because if you're working in an environment where the indoor air quality is poor, or the temperature is incorrect, or the humidity control is wrong, you're not going to be as productive and efficient as you otherwise would be, and you're also not going to be giving that great level of customer service that no doubt you want for all of your customers for your business. And so it's of critical importance to do those things early, as opposed to waiting till it's 10 degrees or 10 degrees below zero, and all of a sudden you have no heat or you have no air in the summertime, and that's when everybody calls.
Right.
So it's a lot more difficult to get that service. And when you're prepared and you've spent the time and efforts to make sure your systems are ready, we're here to help. And that's what we want to do to make sure that all of our customers are prepared for the season, and then we can help them along the way as things progress.
I gotcha. That's one of those things you just sometimes can take for granted, your HVAC, until you need it, like you said. So
Absolutely.
Prevention is worth the pound of cure, as they say, right?
Absolutely.
So how long does a typical, when you go out to these large establishments, how long does a service call take?
It really depends on how much equipment that they have and what the issues happen to be. Some of the companies that we work with, especially in the mall locations, they may only have a couple of units or some interior units units. And so whether it's the preventative maintenance to get them ready, or if it's a service call to address an issue that they're having, it can be, a matter of just a few hours typically. Sometimes if you're at a larger location where they have multiple units that are having issues, it can be all day, possibly.
Okay.
So it really varies depending on what type of equipment they have, the amount and the size of the units, and then also what the particular problem is that they're experiencing. And it's hard to guess. A lot of our customers, they have a maximum amount that they want to spend for a service call. And so we always try to stay within those means. But if we go on site and we find out that, oh my gosh, we need to replace X, Y, and Z, we can do that relatively quickly, but we're going to need to increase that amount. We'll give them a call and work together to make things happen, because it's a partnership with our customers. And it's very important for us to build those relationships. And especially throughout the area within Tinley Park and all the neighboring suburbs and Northwest Indiana that we also operate in, we want to build those relationships so that we have that level of trust and they know the quality of the service that we provide, the value, and then also the quality of the business that we are in terms of our honesty and in terms of working to the best interests of our customers.
That makes perfect sense. Is Kerrys cost competitive with other commercial companies?
Absolutely. And in fact, you'll find that local businesses that are using some of the tall building specialists out of the city of Chicago, or some of those providers, or if they're using some of the higher cost local providers, they're paying significantly more than they would need to. And Kerrys is able to offer a real value proposition on that because of our economies of scale. As I said, we have 8 technicians and we're located throughout the Chicagoland area.
Okay.
So not only are we able to respond quickly to emergency calls or service calls for our customers throughout the region, but we're also able to have those economies of scale. So not having to pay for more travel time for someone to get there.
Sure.
and excess time for the technicians to be on site. So, we're proud of the value proposition that we offer. It's very important to us to have that level of excellence and customer service and to build those relationships with our customers. And we're able to do that at a reasonable cost, and that's something that's important to us as well.
Fantastic. So as we conclude here, is there anything you'd like to share with our audience?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity, Donna, to come and share a little bit about Kerrys Heating and Air Conditioning. And, as people are getting ready for the next, the winter season, which frankly I'm not really ready for. I'd like summer to go a few more months. But as we're getting ready for that season, we want to make sure that everybody's prepared. And we would love to work with any of the businesses in the area to help them be prepared for the upcoming season and make sure that their indoor environments are optimal for both their customers and their clients. And we're here to help. Kerrys Heating and Air Conditioning is here to service the public and to help our customers.
Fantastic. Well, if you'd like additional information on Kerrys Heating and Air Conditioning, you can contact the Chamber of Commerce or visit their website at tinleyparkchamber.org. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks so much.
Please join me in welcoming our final guest, Mr. Nick Ipema from Nick's Painting and Decorating. Welcome, Nick. Thank you for being here. So tell me a little bit about your company.
So mainly we do like a lot of residential painting, so not too much commercial, more like kind of specialty stuff, so kind of like a mixture of like wood finishing, but now the popular thing's painting. So kind of like staircases, front doors, and like cabinetry seems to be the popular thing right now. So. Gotcha.
That sounds great. So tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get into this business?
My grandfather, he grew up around here too. He was originally a farmer, but he was a carpenter and then started building. So he kind of did some developing. And then my father also was a painter. So between the two, just kind of always being around it. I started helping my grandpa do some construction stuff around like 7, 8 years old.
No kidding.
So yeah, so it kind of came naturally. So.
That's great. So I know it's really a popular thing right now. You want to talk a little bit about some of the projects or specialty type things that you do? I mean, this time of year, it seems like a lot of people you get into a mindset where you're kind of ready to start doing some decorating around the house. I know I have friends who are talking about painting their cabinets or doing special techniques on their fireplaces and stuff. Tell me a little bit, in detail about what's trendy, what's popular these days.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, pretty much what you said, you pretty much hit on the head. Anything like fireplaces, staircases, cabinetry is obviously the most popular.
So when you paint a fireplace, you're painting brick though, right? So that's
yeah, correct. So
a whole different technique, or
yeah, there's not too many different. It's kind of like where it's somewhat transparent or if it's like solid. The new thing like that rustic farmhouse chic look. Everyone, like downtown Frankfurt, stuff like that. So like that old kind of tattered look seems to be in. So a lot of people like to cover the brick. So they kind of do like a lime or a whitewash. So it's like kind of semi-transparent. So
okay,
it's pretty popular.
And stairwells, I know what's popular on stairwells these days.
I mean, a lot of people are actually kind of like painting them. They're going like really dark.
The whole stairwell, the spindles.
Well, no, I mean, say wrought iron spindles, like really dark ebony black, like treads, which are the things you step on.
Okay.
And then kind of white for some contrast, on like the trim and stuff. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fun. So how long has your business been in operation?
We just hit 4 years this August 15th. So.
Congratulations.
So so making way.
Yeah, definitely. Do you serve this particular, what area do you
mainly south side, so really, I mean, we're actually pretty kind of spoiled. Like Tinley, Orland, Mokina, Frankfurt, New Lenox, with exception of like referral work, we kind of travel outside of that. But yeah, we're pretty much in tune with those areas. So.
A lot of households around here, so people
yeah,
get into that mindset, right, where they want
sure.
to change some things or start on one thing and move around to another, right?
Yeah, they call us back next year, a couple of years, so it's nice.
Right. How many employees do you have that work with you?
I mean, we fluctuate. I mean, we never have less than probably, I'd say, like 15. But we can get up to about like 30. So we'll fluctuate,
Really?
With seasons. And I'm trying to kind of dial it in to where we're not fluctuating as much. I'd like to have about like 20, just consistent. But yeah, we'll fluctuate from 15 to 30.
Yeah.
Obviously more busy in the summer, so.
That's summer is your busiest season?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And how long do you spend generally on a call? I mean, is it usually a couple days? Somebody's out a couple days at someone's house? I'm sure it depends on the magnitude of the project.
But our average job's going to be about 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not too long, but not like we're coming in a day or so, and knocking it out.
Some detail work, I imagine. It kind of takes long, right? Some of the trim and those type of projects.
Absolutely.
So who are your ideal customers?
Well, I mean, anyone is, obviously, but, people that, that really, kind of, remodeling the house, but want to do, like, cost-effective ways. Sorry, gotta...
Oh, go right ahead, absolutely.
But, yeah, people that want to do remodels that, aren't completely replacing. So we obviously do have a remodeling company as well, too. But the nice thing, too, is like painting is a lot faster. So we can paint cabinets in 1 week versus like a 3 to 4 week job of demo. And, so we mitigated time and expenses. So when we kind of do that, it puts us in a good range to target a lot more people. So, but yeah, usually the person that just moves in, starting out, fresh family, need to redo the bathroom, the kitchen, and the floors, stuff like that. So those usually are our deal client,
So you do that type of work as well? You do flooring and that type of stuff?
Yeah, so yeah, we do pretty much everything now. The only thing we don't do is like concrete or, plumbing, but other than that, we'll do entirely pretty much everything.
It's got to be great. You can transform a place, huh? You get a group in there and totally transform a place. Do you have any, this time of year, any current promotions or anything you'd like to share?
Typically, I mean, once we get into the winter, we definitely will. So once it comes Christmas time, I mean, definitely probably be, 25% less. And then we do actually do random monthly, promotions. So 1 month we might do, discount on cabinets. 1 month we might do, buy one room, get one free. So we do a lot of stuff, and we do that also on our social media platforms pretty heavily since, a lot of people like the Facebook and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, that's fantastic. So people know they can keep an eye out for that. Do you have any particular plans for growing your business?
Ironically, I would actually say as far as like the painting aspect's concerned, we're probably not looking for too much growth. Looking at more on tightening up like management, just more efficiency and long-term goals. So, you know, just making sure we're sustainable. So.
Gotcha. I understand that you do a lot of like community involvement, some things you get involved in, some give back to the community too. Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so same thing too, just like how I got into painting and, you know, stuff like that. My grandpa, my father, they were always into, you know, always doing like serve projects, so they'd build churches and houses. So, yeah, kind of just, you know, it was in the blood. I was used to doing it, and then, you know, once I was able to kind of help out, it was kind of nice. So then I was like, all right, well, why don't we, you know, we started doing some random stuff like, I don't know, charities or something that like needed help. You know, people that were kind of struggling, non-for-profit, you know, corporations and stuff.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So yeah, we started like reaching out, started doing some like free work for some people, and yeah, it was just like really nice networking. You know, it was really nice to help people out. So like we like to do a lot more of like helping people like physically. So it's a lot easier to give people money per se, or you know, oh, here, you know, here's a check, go away. You know, or just write off something. So we kind of wanted to be like, you know, more active in the pursuit of it. So yeah, so it just kind of worked on both sides, and we just kind of been doing it ever since. So we've done, you know, projects like Shady Oaks, you know, churches. Yeah,
What's
I don't
Shady
have to. Shady Oaks Camp. It's like a camp they like support like handicapped people and stuff. So they basically provide like living quarters and stuff like that for them for like a week and stuff, and they came out and they kind of, you know, it's almost like a camp like Camp Roger, Camp Manitoqua.
Okay, sure.
Locally, and they do that for the kids. So
you've gone into these places and helped out doing
yeah, we've
painting
painted
and
like an
decorating?
entire unit. You know, we redid their stuff, painted the doors, the trim. One of the units flooded over the winter, so we ended up doing, you know, taking care of that for them. So
Wow, what a great community member you are.
yeah, for
How-
sure.
how
Yeah, and keep it
thoughtful, and,
local. So
you know, that really makes people feel good about supporting a business too when you do
Absolutely.
something like that. Well, that's wonderful. Well, as we get ready to conclude, is there anything in particular you want to share with our audience?
no, I think like we pretty much covered it pretty good. You know, yeah, we pretty much do a lot of specialty painting. So I mean, we do wall painting, we do stuff, you know, from low end to high end, mainly residential, but yeah, we really do like specialty stuff. Cabinets is our specialty. If you're looking in for someone, you know, that's got like an attention to detail, you know, a little bit more craftsman, you know, style painting, we're definitely your shop. So, and we always spray everything, so that's our thing too. So we always do spraying. That's
Really?
yeah, nice technique. So it's like factory. So
It looks just like something you buy right in a Home Depot or something when they're
Exactly.
done, right? Well, thank you very much for joining us. It's really fascinating what you do, and how nice to hear about the community give back that you do as well. So,
Absolutely.
again, Nick's Painting and Decorating, and if you'd like additional information about Nick's or any of our other guests, you can contact the Chamber of Commerce at 708-532-5700, or you can check online at tinleychamber.org. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.